G'day everyone, Jason Nunn with this Friday's fishing report, proudly brought to you by Fisherman's Warehouse Marine at Sweet Street, Warners Bay. And of course, the lake looks beautiful here at the moment, but I can just start to feel that little bit of a southerly start to come through now. And of course, southerly winds around about 20, possibly 25 knots tomorrow, and rain most of the day. And that southerly wind will extend in to Sunday, guys. So I don't think we're going to get much of a reprieve, particularly tomorrow and even in to Sunday. Again, the same as this week just gone by. Monday, Tuesday look like really good weather, and there may be a little bit of a southerly change on Anzac Day being Thursday. Full moon Wednesday night. So everything's piecing itself together, and that's exactly what's been going on. Offshore, we had a bit of a dangle out there on Sunday, went out wide. A lot of trees out there at the moment, a lot of timber, logs, half trees and alike. But all of those logs and trees were covered in dolphin fish. There were some really nice fish amongst them. We were able to get out there and tag a few, took a few home for the boys, but some really quality dolphin fish, trolling lures around the logs at the moment, or indeed using little pencil slimies, which there was an abundance of, is worked quite well. There's been some nice marlin still up off the bay as well, guys, but the marlin season itself dropping off quite quickly. We didn't see many, marked a couple, but just a lot of dolphin fish out there at the moment. But you've got to be careful with this timber. It's all the way in, and the water temp on the shelf, the best we got was around about 25.1, but yet on the farm out here in 100 metres of water, 25.4 degrees at the moment. That's the hottest water ever. And what's really happening, there's a bit of an eddy, or just that's formed off our part of the coast, basically between the coast and the shelf, and it's just swirling around, and that pocket of water is just sitting there. So you can guarantee there'll be a lot of those mahi-mahi out on the trap line as well, fad, in and around that 50 fathoms, 100 metre line. Some good kings came from the deep water last Sunday, some really nice fish to the south. Metre, better than a metre, so some really good kings getting jigged and live baited. So already we've seen the deep water now start to come alive because there's not that much current, and the water is unbelievably good and really blue at the present. A lot of bird life through there as well, guys. Wouldn't, you know, not to doubt that there's not even a striped marlin amongst there, but we're going to have trouble getting there this week. On the inshore, some nice reds getting caught coastally at the present moment. Still bonito, of course, but some nice kingies even on the inshore reefs, mulloway, and a few tailor on the reefs. And the tailor themselves, guys, offshore, haven't been in really big numbers yet, and that's a reflection of what's happening on the beaches. Stockton, of course, we talked about it last week. Some nice tailor up on Stockton, but just sporadic catches down our part of the coastline for the beach. So I think that'll fire back up, because that offshore situation, we've seen a real increase in flathead as a result of that fresh water coming out. And of course, those flatties now along the beaches, where we've seen that increase in bream, not only off the rocks, but along the beaches. And you can be guaranteed, if you went up to sort of areas at Redhead, Dudley, particularly Fruit Shed, up off Merriweather, the dump, or a little bit further down to Catho, you're going to see these mixed fish on the bottom, guys. Your flathead, of course, trag, but reds and tarwine and bream, which is normally what you see mid-April into May. But again, Monday, Tuesday, really, before we're going to get out there. Some beautiful fish in the lake, and there was a very nice snapper caught off Blacksmith's Breakwater through the week, and the week previous, surprisingly enough, there'd been a few hairtail even caught around the island and on Blackie's Breakwater due to that dirty water. But some great snapper getting caught in the lake. I got a text this week, Zach Barker, a very accomplished fisherman within himself, a 75 centimetre snapper caught out of the lake. I'm in the reckoning that that's at least 4 kilo, possibly in good nick, pressing even into 5. But to get a 4 kilo plus fish in Lake Macquarie, commendable. It's a great catch. Zach also told me that there was quite a few mulloway around that evening, and he released 5 over 80 centimetres. So some great fishing, and that moon, you know, moving through Wednesday night to the full, you're going to see that fishing just increase, and you're going to be getting these mixed fish. You know, you're going to be getting snapper in with the mulloway, now some of those bigger flathead, and a bit of luck, some of those bigger tailor as we start to move through this whole process in through the end of April. But 75 centimetres, guys, and it's not only that, I've heard of a lot of fish in and around that, say, 35 to 50 centimetres, down around Pulborough Island in the deeper water, and particularly up here around that Valentine area, Toronto as well. Some really nice lake reds, and again, coming off the back of that big swell, a lot of fish did move in because there's some really nice reds in and around Moon Island and a little bit further south down towards the big cave area there. So we're starting to see these snapper coastally and moving in, and the odd one, as we've made mention, getting caught off the breakwater and the beach. So things looking quite good. Quite a few flathead in the estuary itself getting pushed out, but there's been some really nice fish caught in that deeper water, some really nice fish around that 60 to 65 bracket. So still, and I'm surprised, but still a lot more flathead around. Been some beautiful blue swimmer crabs, and that's just continued on, and the amount of pots that we're seeing up here, Warners Bay, in and around Belmont Bay and down the southern end at the moment. A lot of guys taking advantage of it on the back of this school holiday period. Mud crabs mixed in with them, partially a few muddies getting caught up here towards the top of Spears Point, a few muddies getting caught over on the western side as well, mixed in with the pots on these blue swimmers, but some quality blue swimmer crabs around. Kingfish, I'm getting reports of, the odd kingy at the bridge, but some really nice kings in the lake at present. And again, that Pulborough Island area, a lot of the markers that are around those areas there, producing some really nice fish, live baiting, live squid of course, or live yellowtail, or even using stick baits or poppers in and around their markers. And I haven't heard of any dolphin fish in the lake yet, guys, but it may indeed happen, as there was quite a few dolphin fish in and around Moon Island. With that constant water temperature out at the moment, I think we'll start to see some transfer of those into the lake, as well as what we've seen over the past month, quite a few cobia around. Guys, all in all, it doesn't look too bad in the sense that if you're going to get out onto the estuary, because you will always find protection with that southerly wind, or Blackie's Breakwater, Stockton Beach, up along that stretch there, and up into Port Stephens, where you will get a lot of protection out of the south. But it's going to be wet tomorrow, so if you've got something else organised, maybe getting ready for your next trip, possibly a good idea to do it. Next week I'm going to do the report on Wednesday. Obviously Anzac Day is on the Thursday, and up Warners Bay store, our repair shop will close on the Friday, so we're going to have a 4-day break, and we're going to get a bit of fishing in there, maybe take advantage of a few of those dolphin fish around some of that driftwood that's out there, or get in the lake and chase a few snapper. Sounds like a great idea. They're getting reports, send them through to me, guys, and I look forward to catching up with an early one, an extra early, Wednesday. See you then.